No introductions today. Getting right into the review, I think it's important to take a look at the amount of traffic on the road. As you can see, there are plenty of cars, but it's not overwhelming enough to bring the cars to a complete stop, and it's not so light that it makes you feel like you have nothing to look at. It's just that right amount where you can still move fairly quickly on your journey without feeling like you're possibly missing out on something because, there's nobody else on the road. The traffic was immersive during this trip. It was fantastic. We never stopped once, but we always felt like we were in the middle of a rush to get somewhere. And that's one of the most rewarding experiences on this trip that I think you'll find. Now I think it's time to take a look at the driver. She was a little anxious, a little bit suspicious, but that's not really something you have control over when you get into these situations. One redeeming quality about her, though, as you can see, is that she's wearing a contemporary slouch beanie and has multiple ear piercings on each earlobe, which you might think is common sense, but it's really hard to find that kind of quality these days. Now, the passengers in the back do come standard on this particular car ride to Venice Beach, and it's a little disappointing because if you plan on purchasing this ride, you can't really bring a bae along, or really anyone, because the car comes full. There's only one space left. Now, the worst thing about this car ride is that it is exclusive to the Los Angeles area, although Karmaloop has hinted on expanding this to other areas in the United States, so keep a lookout for that on karmaloop.uk.gov. Now, overall, this was a beautiful car ride. I really loved everything about this here. It was a little bumpy and the windows were a bit foggy, but it's definitely a good choice for anyone looking for the experience you would typically find in a moving vehicle. 9 out of 10. Pretty good. Well, this is a skate park I was at. You may have seen these in the Tony Hawk games. You may remember one of these from the sequel to a Goofy movie where Max Goof was in the X Games at college. But this is nothing like that. There are no intense tricks. It's a lot of people just, encouraging each other. That kid wiped out. There's another little kid over here on a scooter. Nobody really knows what's going on. There really isn't much to say about this place. It's just a bunch of bums doing what they do, and I was very disappointed. So my rating for this one is probably going to be a solid 17 out of 10. So I know I promised you 5 reviews, and that was only like 2, and they were really short and kind of shitty and kind of really shittily put together. But I really didn't have the time to make 5 reviews. I mean, I had the time, but I had better things to do with it, so I decided that I was just gonna make this one special ending for you, and maybe you'll forgive me, and maybe you'll stay subscribed. I don't really care if you do or not. I'm not here for your feelings. I don't care if you feel upset that I didn't do this the way you wanted me to, but whatever, it is what it is. So please enjoy. I think you'll like it.
It's something about you, girl, that just makes my head wanna twirl. Oh, you got me want to tell all them other girls there's nothing else better on this world. The moment I seen her, I was in shock. So shocked you would think that I've just been shot. Shot down right down in this spot. But two breaths that happened to lie. Oh, girl, you got me bitching lots of me on top. On top of your block. What do you want? Was sweating a lot. A lot of time and coffee before we would have to stop. Too bad she's not into
What?